You are now a trillionaire. This fortune makes you the richest individual in human history, possessing a net worth greater than 4 Jeff Bezoses combined. Spending $1 million every single day would take you more than 2,700 years to reach zero. Even with zero effort, your capital earns tens of millions in interest while you sleep. Your old life, represented by the Honda Civic in your driveway, is no longer viable. Every person in your city now knows your face, and they are currently standing outside your door waiting for you to move. You buy the entire Bugatti Corporation for $2 billion. This represents 0.2% of your wealth, a rounding error equivalent to a high earner buying a winter jacket. Within a month, your privacy has vanished. Paparazzi swarm your apartment building. Every barista's hands shake when you order a coffee. The world is watching your every move through 1,000 different screens. Wealth of this scale forces a trade. You gain the world, but lose the right to exist in it unnoticed. To survive the scrutiny, you have to build a wall. You hire a full security detail, 12 operators, armed and trained, rotating through 24-hour shifts. It is the level of protection typically reserved for a sitting president, and it is the only way you can walk to your car. Commercial travel is impossible, so you buy a Boeing 747 and have it gutted to create a private flying residence. It costs $400 million to ensure you never have to stand in a terminal again. You purchase a remote island in the South Pacific and commission a yacht with a private submarine bay and a full medical facility. These are no longer luxuries. They are escape pods. Your main 14-acre compound requires 63 staff members to function. Housekeepers, groundskeepers, and IT specialists manage the security grids, while personal assistants manage the managers. You are now comfortable and entirely secure. You have engineered a highly populated fortress where you are the only actual prisoner. The isolation extends to your oldest friendships. You invite a college roommate to the compound, but the dynamic has shifted. He laughs at jokes that aren't funny and agrees with every opinion you voice. The old arguments of your youth replaced by careful, measured flattery. Then the legal attacks begin. 17 lawsuits hit your desk in 6 months, ranging from disgruntled former partners to strangers claiming you promised them millions at fundraisers you never attended. Your legal budget crosses $40 million a year. Romance is poisoned by suspicion. You meet someone funny and sharp who doesn't mention the money, only to realize she already knows your pilot's name and your island's coordinates. You are forced to wonder if she likes you or the access you provide. When the tabloids run photos of your dinner dates, her private life is erased. Someone at the restaurant sold the information for a tip. Now she faces threats from strangers simply because she sat across from you at a table. People from your past sell old, out-of-context stories to magazines for 6-figure payouts. You watch former friends auction off your private history, while your PR team tells you that responding will only make the headlines stay active longer. Extreme wealth acts as an authenticity acid. It dissolves trust until everyone, friends, lovers, and strangers, is viewed solely as a potential liability. On a Sunday morning, your mother calls to talk about the birds in her garden. For 10 minutes, the weight of your new life lifts. It is the only conversation you have that doesn't involve a signature or a settlement. Then she mentions your brother is behind on his mortgage. You wire him a few $1,000,000 that afternoon. It is a rounding error for you, but for him it is a permanent reminder of the power imbalance between siblings. At the next holiday dinner, your brother refuses to make eye contact. He sits at the far end of the table and leaves before dessert, the money having created a distance that no conversation can close. Even inside your fortress, the leaks continue. Your security team discovers a housekeeper has been selling photos of your private quarters to gossip columns. She is escorted off the property by Wednesday morning. Iron gates and armed guards are effective against crowds, yet they are useless against a staff member with a smartphone. The compound successfully seals the outside world away, only to trap the paranoia inside. It is 3 a.m. You walk through your compound. The 60-seat movie theater is dark. The library is empty. The silence is absolute. The only sound is a faint mechanical hum as a security camera at the end of the corridor tracks your movement. When you stop, it stops. You are being watched in your own home by the systems you bought to feel safe. You step outside onto the lawn. The grass is cold and wet under your feet. You look up at the stars. They are the same stars you looked at when you were broke and the rent was late. The sky hasn't moved, but the world beneath it is now unrecognizable. Morning arrives. Outside the gates, the groundskeepers begin their work. 60 people are currently maintaining this perfect 14-acre machine. You are the only one who actually lives here. You bought the entire world, and the receipt is a life of absolute, irreversible isolation.